So what keeps me going, um, so you discover the whole pile of shit that you're born under, and you discover it's all the fraud and all the lies and the system and everything. And so how do I keep going? Well, very easy. There is no honor among thieves. There is no honor among thieves. And so I know for a fact that anyone left to their own devices, especially someone that believes in has the mentality of war versus worship, they don't have creative power, because it takes someone to not know who they are and not know their capacities and not know their potential and power to it takes someone to be so unconscious to believe that the only way to get somewhere or do something is to take from another, to copy another, to envy another, to cheat another. That's a very low consciousness. And among people of that consciousness, like energy attracts like energy. And so there is no way that these people will be surrounded by anything but themselves, more like themselves. And there is no honor among thieves. That's just a fact. And so the parasite will simply just consume itself. There is nothing for you to do. Just leave them to their own devices. And absolutely nothing for you to do. And as far as death is concerned, or as far as the offer that, oh, fuck it, no point fighting for it, I'd rather kill myself, or death is the only option or the only way out, and rah rah rah. Well, as I said before, when I was about to decide on my exit, I was told very clearly, wherever you go, there you are. There is just a continuation. So death, it's another option or another programming tool, another lie that we've been programmed with, to have a sense of restart, to start from zero. To death is so we can be harvested. Why? Because we come again as a blank page. We can be again imprinted with whatever program it's going at a time. So the same way, so when I was told wherever you go, there you are, whether you want to kill yourself or not, your consciousness will remain. Well, obviously, starting from zero all over again, I'd rather not. So the same way as because for a while I couldn't understand the concept of trying to live forever or to live longer or indefinitely. And I'm not referring to life necessarily in this body. It can be done as it wishes. But again, it's an offer that getting old and getting changing the avatar and so on, that's an option, but it's not necessarily the only option that I have to accept. So the same way as it doesn't matter if I kill myself, the same way it doesn't matter if I choose to stay alive. It's just an offer that I may or may not choose. And so if I am to preserve my consciousness, obviously I have to collapse the offer that has been given to me to accept death as a reality, as something that absolutely comes with being here. No. The other side of the coin that I was told, yeah, you can kill yourself and you will continue to be. And the other side is clearly unspoken, or you can stay with your consciousness and continue from here. And obviously there would be advantages to continue from here, and I already know that even in this lifetime I am a continuation, because there are certain things, as I said, I've known them from very, very young, hence I could not be programmed. So I'm already in a continuation. I'm already in a, so to me, the option to not necessarily, so for a while I thought, okay, death would be the only, but no. Wherever I go, I continue to be. So therefore, I want to collapse upon the holding of the consciousness. Now, obviously, I still am of the principle that I didn't choose this avatar. I didn't choose to beat my heart. So that has a whole destiny of its own that is not in my hands. And I don't pretend that I can do this and that and the other and I can control it all. No. It's not mine. It was given to me and I use it for as long as it wants to stay with me. So that's why every time I have a pain in my body or something is going funny, I immediately say, do you want to figure it out? Do you want to find a solution for this? Because as I said before, going to doctors and going for these retards and their treatments, I'm not gonna do. So it doesn't bring me joy. So if it doesn't bring me joy, then we stay with the pain. Because out of the two evils, I'd rather sit and wait until the solution presents itself. And the solution generally and usually it does present itself. And hence I'm healthy, and I, other than iodine and whatever else, sea salt and apple cider vinegar, I don't actually take anything. And so there is the concept of understanding that for the non-creator, for the person that believes that the only way forward is to destroy and take, so for the parasitic, thieving consciousness, by definition, it has nowhere to go but to consume itself. So that's why I continue to enjoy absolutely freely my everyday, because I have no fear. I absolutely know beyond knowing that they cannot succeed. Their understanding is so basic, it's so primitive, that they still believe in little boys club, and they still believe in some hidden hand that has HH, that has to tell them and tells them usually what to do, and they get paid for it. So they're still up for sale. So if a consciousness is still up for sale, how can that consciousness overcome me? We're not even on the same dimension. So that's why I'm not stressed about anything that's happening, and I haven't been stressed. I've been just very, very much enjoying the awakening that's been happening in the wealth of information that has been on YouTube since the 2020s, because it blew my mind. So I've re-educated myself on a number of issues and topics that I'm very, very happy I've done. But there is absolutely no question in my mind that there is nothing to overcome, nothing to prep for, nothing to fear, because there is no chance of success. The parasite eats itself. The parasite, literally, there is no point going for it, looking for it, and so on. You just hold yourself to another vibration, hold yourself healthy. Your only purpose is joy, because the energy of joy and following your joy with the energy of the thief and the robber and the conniver, they simply don't meet. They don't collide. So the path to happiness is happiness itself. So you have to, every moment of every day, not worry about what they're doing. Just don't accept the offers that are out there, inclusive, and together with the option that the only choice is to fight and to die for your cause and blah, blah, blah. That's a useless martyr. The best way is follow your path, because even by you lowering your vibration to enter in conflict, no, let them wash their hair with one another. Don't even entertain the other side. And how do you do that? Follow your joy. In every moment of every day, you will avoid them by not getting this is a very important point, actually, because how do people end up in the devil's den, in the dragon's den? When you start something unconsciously, so if you're unconscious and you're a drone at any point in time, for you to get out will be a lot harder, because you will have a lot more to lose, in the sense that, let's say, without thinking, you entered in a marriage that you hate, and you made kids that you're gonna have to share, and you signed papers and so on, because you were in the automaton existence, and you've done what automatically was dictated to you to do. Well, now there will be problems with custody of the child. Look up the word, what custody actually means, why you have custody hearings. The child was not yours to start off with. As soon as the child is registered, it's the state's, hence the state decides who in whose custody the child will be left. That's why I keep saying your children are not yours, you just don't know it. So you have to prove the worth of you as a custodian. So you will have a lot more to undo or to be willing to lose. So you will have to give in God's hand a lot more. So the destiny of your child, the destiny of your house, the destiny of your estate, whatever, you will have to, if you entered a number. But see, this is why I'm saying that I know that I've been guided. I've been guided in such a way. Even now, a very, very good example. So now I kept being offered, and I had the option of restarting my own business. To restart my own business, it means to go into the dragon's den. I have to do a whole lot of paperwork, to go into their offices, to deal with their energy, to conflict with them, to hold myself at that energy, to do a lot of things. And this is how I knew it's not for me, because at no point in time, all that going and coming just to earn an extra. So the passion was not the business itself. The concept was, oh, let's do it because we're gonna be better off. So I would have enslaved myself to the money. Well, that's all fair and good, except that is not. Simply because it would have been not my joy getting me in, and no part of the process would have included joy, because I don't think anyone anyone has a huge level of excitement and joy to go from this office to the other office, and to register and to pay and to do paperwork and to employ an accountant and to do that and to do bookkeeping and to go through. I don't think any of that is joy. So does that mean that, oh, you don't do anything in life? Yeah, you do what makes you happy. You do what makes you happy. Now, why I don't do things for money is because the same way as I didn't choose the lung breathing system, heart, and so on, it was given to me. The same with the monetary system, with the resources for the living of the avatar. I did not choose these. I was born into it. I fell into it. So when I woke up, I said to the universe, you brought me into this system, so my resources have to simply be provided. The same way as you provide for a fucking cockroach and a bird, obviously you're gonna have to provide for me. And so far so good, but literally I've taken my hands off of the, oh, but what am I gonna live off? That's not my problem. My problem is just to pick up what the next feeling, the next feel-good feeling is, and do that. And the rest takes care of itself, literally. You will attract the right set of, well, I attracted the right set of circumstances, and that is taken care of. And I have all the freedom to do as I please. And but for you to be afraid, only the thief, only the robber fears getting robbed. Only the thief fears thieving. So when, because I see everyone kind of dissecting and, oh, and they're gonna do that and they're gonna do that. And then, oh, but who's doing it? Oh, it's China. Oh, it's this group. Oh, it's that group. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's Russia. Oh, it's them. Oh, it's okay. So how many hands, how many cooks are in this kitchen? How many hands are in this pie? A lot. And look at the consciousness, because you shall know them by their fruit. So look at the feeling of what they're proposing, planning, and so on. Is there joy in that? Does it make you giddy with excitement of their plans to eat bugs and own nothing and be happy? Well, if it does, then good for you. You're ripe for the picking. But the important part is you can only raise your consciousness. You can only reach a different level if you follow your own joy. If you don't know what that is and you're still trying to be like someone and you can't even pick your perfume and the colors that you like, oh my Lord, you have a long way to go, and God help you. But if you are a little bit more advanced, then you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to fear. And understand they cannot. A parasite consumes its host, and look where parasites go, where the system festers. So there has to be, for a parasite to survive, there has to be a terrain, an environment. If the terrain and environment is clean, hence germ theory versus terrain theory, which terrain is not a theory. Germ theory is just a theory. germs and viruses are just illusions of demented people. There is bacteria, there are microbes and so on, but they have their very jolly good place in nature. But no, germs won't get you sick. It's you having a bad terrain welcomes certain unease and dis-ease, and to the healthy nothing can happen if you keep your terrain healthy and so on. So that's why I'm saying you can only keep your terrain vibrating at a healthy level is if you do what you enjoy and you follow your instinct, your passions, what thrills you, what you love. So following the love is following what you love. And I'm not saying who you love, because that makes you a stalker. But you have to follow what you love. And with that, you are going to have a vibration that will uphold you, invisible to the parasite and inaccessible to the parasite. The parasite goes only where things fester, where the system is unhealthy, the mind is unhealthy. Not even maggots stay to bite a living cell. They only bite what's putrid already. So your job is just to not putrefy. And unhappiness and doing what needs to be done. And you have to be very careful, because programming, it's all about being nice and appearing a certain way. So if you are a sellout on appearances and you totally are inauthentic and you do what you think will make you look good, you're cheating yourself. And that's why you will find a lot of goody two-shoes do-gooders that bitch and complain how they've done so much good and just nobody appreciates them. Well, that is because you did it from your conditioning of that's the nice thing to do. You were inauthentic to yourself. You probably didn't want to do what you were doing. And not probably 1,000%, you were not willing and not actually keen to do what you were doing. You did it anyway to appear a certain way, and you didn't get the prize. Because that's what you were trained at school and from little. Go kiss auntie so-and-so, even though she stinks like a dead fish. But go kiss her, because it's not nice not to kiss her. And go and do this so you make mommy happy. And yeah, so if that training you have not overcome, then you're gonna have a hard time. Because if you're ruled by what is nice and what you keep thinking that someone's looking at you and you owe them to look a certain way, then yeah, you will not find your authentic spot. But being nice, it's to be nice to yourself first, because people treat you as you teach them to treat you. So if you cheat yourself and you are inauthentic and untrue to yourself, obviously that's what you're teaching, that you put yourself last and everyone else's needs and wants and desires, or how you appear in their eyes, is more important. So obviously that is the exact reason why you're being taken advantage of, and it should be. I mean, it's law, it's rule of life, and you can't change the rules just because it is what it is. So you have to eventually learn. The bottom line is be authentic to your needs. Understand that taking the consequences of that is the best thing that you can do for yourself and everybody else. Being authentic to yourself raises your consciousness and your energy level. You will have faith in yourself and you will be excited to wake up and be yourself. And you will literally not vibrate on the level of those who don't. And you have to redefine a number of words, like what it is to be nice, and what it is to love, and what it is to do what you love, and what is many things. But anyway, you'll figure it out. And you carry on being you, knowing beyond knowing that even the fact that this awakening is happening all around us is proof and parcel of the fact that awakening is upon us. And we are, as we speak, we are creating a very authentic and positive and fulfilling future. Very fulfilling future. And your only job to be part of the solution, not the problem, is to make sure that you don't behave like a parasite. And the only way to not behave like a parasite is to stop the war and worship, to find your identity and leave that identity. And understand what's yours and what is not, and beware of what offers do you accept and what offers do you reject. And you will know that by the results in your life. And if you sold out a lot up to now, you will have to literally lift your hands up and leave it all in the hands of God. Whatever it is, it came through you, is not yours. So you have to just let go and let God, in the most literal sense. Your only duty is to follow your authentic instinct. What is good for you there and then. Very important.